record.
Ready,
You guys
Bill?
tell me when you're ready.
Just turn on.
Did you turn the AC off? I thought you said off. I thought you said you turned on.
Just the one. You got a microphone.
Yep,
right?
just one.
Grab the remote.
That one went off. I don't hear myself anymore.
What?
I don't hear myself. I don't hear myself.
Four, right?
Test, test. Okay, I hear myself now. Go.
And what do you think about this setup we got in here?
It's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got the
Test.
whiskey bar.
Ready now?
Oh, straight up?
Yeah. Man.
Whenever you push record.
Just turn on.
Just a
Oh,
moment.
you
Okay.
want a glass? You
Yeah,
want a
let's
little-
do it, man.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Ready?
Yep.
Okay. You can push record whenever. Or
Alright,
you
so
record now?
yeah.
Okay. I'll wait today. Oh,
Okay.
we are recording now?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Well, you can just edit all this out. So, I'm going to start from now.
No problem.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Severin Henderson coming to you again with another episode of Department3C Presents, a podcast. So, today I had the pleasure of speaking with Tom Beers and Michelle Reale. They were two people I worked with back in my East Cleveland days. They both work for a major hospital in the Cleveland area. And when I first said I was going to do a podcast, Tom reached out to me and said, hey, I have a great presentation on human trafficking. Would you be interested? And I said, absolutely. That's what this show is about. I want to know about it. I want to get to talk about it. I want to do and speak to everybody about everything at any different time. So I really appreciate him reaching out to me and getting on with me to talk about. This is actually a part two. Well, it's not part two. It's a scrap and redo. We had another episode and time just kind of didn't work. So I had to record this episode on my own and send it in. So if the sound quality is a little different, that's the reason why. Most of the time, I want to try and do all my guests and get all my recording done in the studio, but this time that just didn't work. So we had to do it in a different way, which is fine, which is cool. Major thing for me is I want to get content out to you guys, and I want to have everybody have the opportunity to get a chance to listen. So like I always talk about that analysis paralysis. If I sit around and think about what I'm going to do all the time and over analyze it, then nothing to get done. So I'm out here shooting, throwing stuff against the wall, seeing what sticks. So hopefully you like the episode, appreciate the episode, and you get a chance to contact me and tell me what I can do better. Because criticism, whether it's constructive or not, I'm open to it. I don't have thin skin. Just tell me what I need to do to get better, because at the end of the day, I'm here to serve, and I want to make sure I'm putting out the best product for my listeners. To get in contact with me, again, Department3C at all social media platforms, and just my regular email for now, Department3C@gmail.com. Those are all ways to get to me. Department3C is on YouTube. Department3C is at Facebook. Department3C is at Instagram, and Department3C is at Twitter. Going on down the line, like I said, we'll get into what Department3C stands for, where it came from, how it grew, why it is what it is. It's a little story to it. Some days I say, well, I'm going to reveal the whole story about it, or it's going to be like a secret Maroon 5 band name type of thing where nobody knows what that stands for. So one day it'll come out, it'll get there. But just hang out with me, stay with me. We will get to why it is the case. So again, this episode is with Tom Beers and Michelle Reale. We will be talking about human trafficking. The episode we could have went on forever. We could have talked for a long time, but I was very fortunate to get the time I had to get from them. They're very busy people. They both have jobs. Michelle's actually has a doctorate of nursing. That's like super awesome. And I know she's been championing and working on that cause even before I left the Cleveland area when I was working with both of them around there. So they did an excellent job. Like I said, appreciate their time, appreciate them coming on. So after this little talk, they will come in with the episode, just tell their experiences, tell us what to look for in some of those human trafficking situations. They give their contact information, just the money situation. It's just a great conversation. I actually want to have them on again to talk about those issues again, because I feel like in our realm of public safety, we don't have those conversations enough. The story I missed telling in the conversation that we had when I was I'm still in fighting a fire on the west side of the city. I fell off of back porches and I injured my shoulder in this building, and I was actually carrying a person out of the building. So in injuring myself, I was laid up, I was gone, I wasn't able to work, and I was at home watching TV one day, and it was a show about pimps. And pimping is just a culture within itself. So, it's like what's the word I'm looking for? It's like not a game, but it's just different. It's like I said, it's a culture within itself. People have pimping rallies and conventions, and they get together. Like if you ever see the Dave Chappelle skit, they do what's called the haters ball, and they kind of make light of the situation. They had Ice-T on the episode. Ice-T's real big into that culture. People meet up with their nice cars. They have glasses, they have suits. They're just very extravagant, over the top, things like that. But in the gist of it, there is some truth in it as well. So some of these people really live that life. They're really about that life, which is fine, which is cool. That's to them. I'm a person, to each their own, as long as it's not hurting anyone. Some of it does hurt people, but like I said, we talk about that in the episode. But to speak more to the point of me hurting myself at this fire, they're riding around recording these pimps in Chicago, and they ride past the building that I hurt my shoulder fighting the fire in. And I'm like, man, that could have been one of the places for the people to be in there that were being housed for the human trafficking. So just kind of, that's one of those times where reality just jumped up and smacked me in the face, just seeing that in that situation. We didn't get to, we talk about The Wire a lot. That was one of the subjects I wanted to talk about on the episode that I didn't get to. I know Tom goes over it, just brushes past it real quick. But just how that show, that second season was about human trafficking. So just all these different situations, conversations that I want to have on these topics and go over. So I am more than open for anybody to pitch anything to me. If you send it, I'll read it. If you talk to me, I'll listen to it. I just want to engage with you. So please talk to me. Send me something. Let's talk again. Again, the email address, department3c@gmail.com. And again, Department3C on all social media handles. So with all that being said, please take a listen to this episode and tell me what you think. And we look forward to hearing your conversations.